fantastic way to finish off the day. I mean, if you think of the narrative that we've heard throughout the day from, where the demographics are, what's happening, to the difficult business that Victor talked about really driving change in the area that we were, and I know that a lot of you are experiencing that. To finish, go through the sort of business about ageism and then finish on that optimism of there is a world out there, we share a lot with them, we can learn a lot from them too, and some real opportunities. So thank you very much for rounding off the content of the day. So as we close the conference, just a couple of final words from me. And actually the first thing is, I'd like to just go back to the very beginning of the day and sort of say, did we achieve our objective? Did we make new connections? Were we inspired by the future opportunities? Share knowledge and meet like-minded people? Well, if the count of people who came up to me and said, I can't believe the buzz, I can't believe how many people are in the room, I can't believe, I think there's a reasonable tick against most of those, and I hope you feel the same. And then if we then look at your values, I think the whole business of passion, equality, inclusivity came through in spades in an awful lot of things. But I'd really like some of these other things that were around the edges that really still came out. There's a lot about creativity, there was a lot about change, and still social justice and fairness were in there. So I think that, again, an awful lot of the content. And if you're like me, that you didn't manage to see everything all the time, all the way, it will be up online and on screen. So if you missed any of the things, or if you want to go back and remember what was said, it's there. The conversation goes on. The conference platform is going to stay live for several weeks, so some of those forums and groups and things you'll still be able to join, meet the peers and connect with people whose face you may remember but name you've forgotten. You should be able to go on and pick up some people there. Actually, in terms of the Healthy Aging Challenge and other things, we have a number of live opportunities still up and running. So we're collaborating with the Alzheimer's Society and delivered through Nesta on a longitude prize on dementia. And if that's your bucket, there's still some leaflets over there on the table about how to do that. And we're looking for first application deadline in January. So some real opportunities there. We've got another wave of catalysts. We've managed to sort of put our hand in a pocket and fund the fourth round. And actually, I think I said earlier, there is continued good news on there because we've also got the commitment from ESRC to take a catalyst-like program forward, probably with a much broader base across the arts and heritage, so not just aging, but to live on because they recognise the value of that. We still have investment partners who still have money that they've committed to do, so if it's time for you to look for follow-on funding, there are still some opportunities to apply, although I realise that we're getting towards the end of the time that the challenge has to invest. But also, we are now delivering a new digital mental health therapeutics initiative called Mindset. And there's sort of 20 million on the table. We've closed the first competition for around about 4 million. We've had a fabulous response for that. But that is just the first 20% of actually what we want to do over the next couple of years. So new opportunities there. And we're always trying to get more on the agenda. So just keep an eye out. And if you haven't already, and most of you have, please take the opportunity to join the community of practice. That's where we sort of push out all our newsletters. A huge thanks to Aging Better for getting us set up. And as I've said, we're sort of now getting the knowledge transfer network to drive that forward, but also collaborating with a much broader range of interested parties in aging to actually bring more content into that community of practice. And then just to close on some thanks. Thanks in particular to our chairs and all of our speakers. Actually some fantastic stuff in the day, and I know that many of the sessions didn't go on long enough. I know a lot of you asked questions in the sessions that weren't answered, and we're going to commit to actually go through the questions and answer as best we can all those questions. So your efforts, and particularly for those of you who are online, who I know may feel frustrated because you can't sort of thump a table, we do want to answer those questions and learn from actually what you're asking. The fabulous displays and posters that you see around here are also online and will be there for you to go and see and remember. And actually, the effort that you all put into your posters, absolutely amazing. You know, I found them really fascinating, and thank you very much for that. And thank you for everyone who's made this a great day. So there's a lot of work that's gone on in the challenge team and with Live Group, our event, and to Ziggy and all the staff here at the Oval for actually making it a day. And they've still got a little bit more to do. We'll be back, so save the date, 13th and 14th of November next year. That's kicking off next year's Longevity Week. And do share your feedback on today through the evaluation platform, because we want to make next year even better. And actually, how can it be better than actually finishing the day with a room still full of people? So thank you very much for your time. For those online, it's time to say goodbye and happy networking. And for those of you who are in the room, I'm hoping that drinks and canapes will be available over there. Thank you.